Welcome back to week 66 of my Mounjaro journey, folks. This week marks a big milestone because I've now been on Mounjaro for 15 months. And I thought it was a perfect time to answer the question I get asked more often than not. And that is, has it been worth it? Well, I'm going to answer that question in today's video. And if you're thinking of starting Mounjaro, or you've just started, or if you've been following my journey from the beginning, hopefully this video gives you a realistic look at what life is like after more than a year of being on the medication. I'm also going to cover exercise, side effects, my thoughts after 15 months, and also this week's weigh-in. So without further ado, let's roll this week's titles. Hey folks, if you enjoyed the video, remember and give me a wee like, a thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel. It is free after all. I'd love to get some more subscribers. Just hit that button, simple as that. Okay, let's start with how this week has been. So it's been one of those fairly steady weeks, really, nothing too dramatic to say. And to be honest, it's becoming kind of the new normal. The weather this week has been crazy hot in Scotland and even worse in England. And it's kind of put me off food a bit. I don't drink or eat too much when it's really hot. So let's see how that's done in the scales. But I'm no longer chasing massive losses every week. Instead, I'm looking at maintaining my habits that I've built over the last 15 months and keeping the weight off, which is actually trickier than you would think. The roadmap does change month on month, and tweaks are needed here and there. And mentally, you need to change your mindset up a wee bit. But I feel in a much better place than I did before starting Mounjaro. Food doesn't dominate my day anymore, whereas before I used to think about it constantly. I still enjoy meals, I still like a snack or two, but it doesn't control my decisions anymore like it once did. I don't reach for the fridge when I'm bored or when I'm watching TV, sitting a whole tub of hummus and a big packet of crisps. I can take it or leave it now. And stuff that was in the house lasts ages now, whereas before it would be one day and I'd have to eat it. So there is that. It's definitely a plus. It's probably one of the biggest changes that doesn't always show up on the scales. Your non-scale victories, make sure you're taking them, folks. Remember, not everything is about weight loss on the scales. Don't let it dictate to you how you're feeling. Yes, it's good to keep on top of it, but it's not the be-all and end-all. If it goes up for a few weeks, just stop, refocus, and get back on the wagon. Simple as that. Okay, exercise this week has continued to play an important part in my week. As I said before, Mounjaro isn't doing all the work. A lot of people think you just inject and all the weight just falls off, if only. But yeah, I've been making sure I've been staying active, lots of walking, been on the bike. It has been really hot, so I've not been on it as much. And I did go back to parkrun this week past, which is good to be back. I will need to decide where I'm going this weekend, but it is going to be thunderstorms here in Scotland, so that's going to be an interesting one to choose from. But it has been really hot here. It's been like 28 degrees yesterday, but I know England's been getting like 35, and you don't really want to do much in that weather, do you? But in this stage of my journey, I'm trying to think about maintaining and about what I've achieved along the way. It's helping fitness, my energy levels, and making more healthy habits, that'll stay with me a long time, even after I come off Mounjaro, whenever that may be. One thing I've realised is that medication can help you lose weight, but exercise helps you build a healthier lifestyle. So I was doing lots of exercise before Mounjaro, that's not changed, but I just got the food under control. I'm going to start the weights back up next week, I think. Now that my arm's way better, I'm going to give it a go and try light weights or even maybe a light kettlebell and see how I get on from there. I've definitely lost muscle mass over the last 6 months. I mean, this is November. This is taken from November to June to get better, which is crazy. But I'll let you know how that goes in the next few weeks. And whether it's successful or not, I'd like to get back into it because I do like doing a wee bit of weights just to tone up a bit. Okay, so has Mounjaro been worth it? When I started 15 months ago, I didn't know what to expect. Like many folk, I wondered, would it actually work? Who knows? Would the side effects be so bad that I would have to come off it? Luckily not. And would I be able to stick with it? Well, yep, I've managed it. And would I just put the weight back on? Well, not so far, I haven't, so that's good as well. 15 months later, I can honestly say for me, it's so been worth it. It's been life-changing for me, and I'm sure for a lot of you guys out there that have been watching the videos, it's life-changing for you. And it's not because it's been easy, because it hasn't been easy. And it's not because it's been perfect, because it's definitely not been perfect. But because it's completely changed my relationship with food for the better and my health. So I've lost a significant amount of weight, over 4 stone. I'm fitter than I was. I move more. I don't have that belly that I run round parkrun and that slows me down. I think more about protein, hydration and exercise more than it ever did really. I built up routines that I hope will stay with me for years to come. But probably the biggest benefit isn't even the numbers on the scales. It's just the confidence that it's given me. I walk past a window sometimes and I don't realise it's me looking back. I feel more comfortable walking into a room, buying clothes, which is boom, love trying on new clothes. Going from a large to a small is still crazy to me. I can't believe I can get into small clothes. That would never have been me, ever. Not worrying about fitting into seats. When I was really big, I couldn't go to a theme park and go on a ride because I wouldn't fit in the seat properly. And now I don't even give it a thought. Same with flights. There's plenty of room now. If I'm in the middle seat, I'm fine. I've got more energy, been able to exercise without feeling exhausted. And as I said, not carrying my belly around parkrun has definitely improved my times. I've been getting tons of PBs over the last 6 months, which is so good for me. And these are the things that are difficult to measure because they've probably had the biggest impact in my life. And it's not even anything to do with the scales. The scales do come into it, but it's not the be all and end all, as I said. There's definitely been weeks where, progress has slowed down. I've had stomach issues. I've got the dizziness. Weeks where I questioned whether the scales were ever going to actually move in the right direction for me. Weeks where I've had to remind myself that maintaining is still a success story. I mean, I've come a long, long way in 15 months and I've managed to keep it up. One of the biggest lessons I've learned is that Mounjaro isn't magic. A lot of people think it is, but it's not. It gives you an opportunity. It's like a crutch, you can lean on when you need it. It's what you do with that opportunity is up to you or me. I've had to make better food choices. I've had to become more active. I was already active before, but I just wanted to try and stay consistent. More motivation when it wasn't there before. If someone asked me today whether, I'd start this journey again, knowing what I know now, then it would be a resounding yes, I would, for sure. It's just a no-brainer. So glad I did it. Looking back now in March last year, it's hard to tell who I was. Now I just feel so much better in myself. But there's no shortcuts to this, folks. The injection does help, but it's the habits that you build up that really count and make the difference. Let's talk quickly about dosage this week. So I'm on 3.75 milligrams still, twice a week, 1.875 each. I'm on to the new style pen, just starting it. I will miss the golden dose for sure, but I can't change that, so there's no point in crying over spilt milk. If you don't know what the GD dose is, that's the golden dose. It was basically an extra dose out of the pens. You were getting 5 instead of 4. but Eli Lilly have stopped that now, and there is less liquid in the pen. It's only started in the last month or so. And some higher pens have not got the new one yet, as a lot of people have been telling me, but I'm on 5, so that has changed. It will be interesting when the tirzepatide comes out, because that's going to launch soon, and what the price of Mounjaro will happen to that. Hopefully it'll come down. Watch this space. Can't be that far off coming out, because it's been in clinical trials for absolute ages. Side effects this week have been pretty minimal. You know, sometimes I get stomach issues, but not very often. My body's largely adapted to the liquid, 15 months in. Still make sure I stay hydrated, I eat enough protein, don't skip meals, because those things seems to make a big difference. Just having chicken or ham instead of a snack definitely helps fill you up. Compared to those early weeks, things are much easier now. I still get the dizzy spells, which I wish I didn't. I still get cold. I'd be really happy if I can ditch the dizzy spells, but I've adapted to them. I still get a dry mouth, but again, I've just learned to live with it. And I do get, as I said, the occasional stomach issue. But since I moved my injection to my arm, it's not near as bad, I find. So if you're getting problems with your stomach, maybe change your injection site to your thigh or your arm. I've never done the thigh, but I was doing my right arm because it just works for me. But you do whatever works for you. Moving on, this week's weigh-in is going to be a quick one. So I jumped on the scales, and last week I was 10 stone 13 pounds, and this week I've gained a pound, so I'm bang on 12 stone just now. But I'm okay with that. I'm 12 stone 2 is my target weight, so I'm still 2 pounds under that. And yeah, I'm quite happy with that. It's going to fluctuate. It's never going to go all the way down or all the way up. It's always going to be around about the middle. Who knows? As long as I stay in that 5 pound zone that I've done for myself, then I'm dead proud. I'm still showing up every week. I'm still staying accountable, and I'm continuing to share the reality of this journey with you guys. And your motivation helps me going, keep me going, because I wouldn't be doing this channel still if it wasn't for you guys. I've had a lot of people ask me this week, by the way, am I moving to the Wegovy pill? And for me, it's a big no. I'm happy where I am. This just works for me. I don't think Wegovy is going to work for me like this does. And I'm sure the stomach issues would be way worse because it's going straight into your stomach after all. But we shall see if anybody else is on it. I will find out from you what's going on with that. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'd love to know in the comments if you've been on Mounjaro for a while, or has it been worth it for you, or are you thinking about coming off it? Are you thinking about changing? Will you change to retatrutide when it comes out? It's on the grey market right now, so people are taking it and they're seeing really good results. So we shall see. Remember, give my video a thumbs up, drop me a like, subscribe, please. It doesn't cost you anything. I'd love to get some more subscribers. And yeah, if you're still in your journey, make sure you keep going, stay focused, and I shall see you next week for more Mounjaro talk.